Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you just tuning in for the first time, hi and welcome. I really appreciate you coming by and checking out my channel. So I've had a lot of questions recently regarding highlighting and contouring. So I thought that I would sit down and make a little video about the different ways that we can contour, the different tools required, reasons why we contour, to answer and clear up any and all questions that you may have or problems that you may be experiencing with that part of your makeup application. So with that being said, let's jump into the video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. Alright, so highlighting and contouring. Many people don't realize, but highlighting and contouring has been around for a long time. It was a big secret amongst makeup artists way back when in Hollywood, and you'll most likely see it in drag shows, celebrity impersonators, anything you see on stage, movies, TV, it's everywhere. And then eventually it was made famous by the legendary Kim Kardashian West, whom we all know is the highlight and contour queen, and it made it what it is in today's makeup application. It can be a little bit frustrating starting out, especially when picking products, because they come in all shapes and sizes. There are creams, there are liquids, there are powders, you name it, it probably comes in a highlighting and contouring kit, honestly. But I believe that with a little bit of practice, anybody can master this. So with that being said, I'm going to show you two different ways that you can highlight and contour. I'm going to do cream on one side and I'm going to do powders on the other, and hopefully it will answer some of you guys' questions. We're going to be starting off with the contouring first. I have two different products that I'm going to show you. So I have a palette with a cream product here, and I also have it in a stick form. You'll see it like this. I'm going to be using a combination of the two and showing you the methods that I use to contour my face. There's a couple different ways that you can find the hollow of your cheek to figure out where to place that contour. You can either take your fingers and kind of feel down your cheek and kind of find that little hollow nook, and that's where you want to place your contour. Or another commonly used method is to suck in and make a fishy face, and wherever you see that indentation, that is where you want to put that contour. So I'm gonna dip in to my cream shade. We're gonna take this right here, and I'm gonna take it on like a flat concealer brush, just because it's a little bit more dense, and we'll pack on that product. Now usually I will just kind of feel down here for that hollow. So right in here where that hollow is, right here is that sweet spot where you want to put that contour. Now what I like to do when using creams, I don't like to bring them too far down. Reason being, they do go on pretty heavy and you can blend them out, and sometimes if you put it too far down, you can blend it too much to where it will start to blend right here and it looks really funny. When you suck in, you don't want your contour to ever go past right here because it's gonna look really funny. You want it to kind of stay up in this region. So I just put down that contour shade. Now I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just going to take it and I'm just gonna bounce it along. And that gives you room, so if you want to build that product up, you can. Otherwise, you can just leave it sort of subtle, which is what I like to do. I don't really like to do too much unless I'm doing a really dramatic look. So I'll usually leave it just like that. Another thing to remember or be mindful of is you need to be very careful about what shade you pick for your contour. You don't want to go too dark, otherwise it's going to look real funky when you blend it in. Also, be careful of picking something that is too warm or too cool toned, because depending on your undertone of your skin, it can make it look really gray and muddy, or it can make you look just straight up orange, and nobody wants that. So you want to pick something that's pretty neutral to your skin tone. So make sure that you figure out what your undertones are for your skin tone and kind of match that up with whatever contour shade that you pick. So here's an example when picking out your contour. So here's three different shades that I have. It's a light, a medium, and a dark. This one is a little bit more neutral. This one is a little bit more warm tone, and this is a little bit cool. So I'm not going to use this because one, it's a little bit too cool tone for my complexion, skin, and 2, it's a little bit too dark because I've lost a little bit of my tan. Also, I'm probably not gonna go into this shade because where I am right now, it's probably gonna be just a little bit too warm for me. So I'm gonna use this shade right here on the end to contour. Now, what I like to use for this, I like to use my Morphe M523 brush. Any sort of domed brush like this can work. I really, really love this because it fits perfectly in those hollows, and it's got a nice rounded top so that way it can kind of blend out that product a little bit better. So I'm gonna dip into this light shade right here. I'm just gonna suck in, finding that sweet spot once again. So right in here. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my powder product. I'm not gonna take it too far down because we wanna leave way to sort of blend that in. And you just wanna be kind of light-handed with this. Don't go in just bearing down. You wanna go ever so lightly. And the lighter you are, the easier it's going to blend. So here's the difference between the powder side and the cream side. The cream is a little bit more subtle because I didn't quite build it up as I did with this side. Contouring also has the ability to change your face shape depending on where you place those dark places and those light places. But basically what you want to remember is when you're placing your contour, you want to place it in the areas where you kind of want to hide that area. So I have a more rounded face and I want kind of a more chiseled effect. So I'm just going to place it in the areas where I want to look more chiseled. Also, something that I've pointed out heavily on this channel, I don't really have a chin. So because of that, I add a little bit of contour underneath right here to kind of give that illusion that I'm bringing my jaw forward. So moving back into the cream, this time I'm gonna take my stick product and I'm just gonna unroll it, and I'm just gonna take it and place it right along here. And that's just gonna bring my chin forward. Now I'm gonna blend that in with my dampened beauty sponge. And you can even bring some up here to the base of your ear, just so you don't look like you've got a really nasty line. And then you want to take your beauty blender and kind of bring that product down a little bit. So there, see how that just kind of chisels that area? So basically anything that you want to take out, you want to remember to put contour there. So now we're going to do this side with the powder. And I'm just going to dip back into this shade right here on my brush and take it along my jaw. And also bring it down the neck. And see how that just brings my jawline forward and kind of gives the illusion that I have more of a chin than I actually do. So now we're going to do the forehead. Now, if you're a person that has a very high forehead and you kind of want to hide that a little bit, you'll bring your contour down a little bit further. Now, I don't have a very big forehead, so I'm not going to go crazy with the contour. I'm just going to put a little bit there just to kind of even out the look that we have. So going back with our stick product, I'm just going to take it along the top and just draw kind of a half moon right there. And I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna thicken that line just a little bit. Reason being because it gives you room to blend that product out. You don't wanna go too far or else it's just gonna be, you're gonna have contour everywhere. You're just gonna pull your hair back and you're just gonna take that damp beauty sponge and you're just going to pat and kind of bring that into the hairline. Because if you don't, you're gonna look like you've got a brown ring around your face, and that's not cute. And I just realized that I did that on the wrong side of my face. Please ignore. We'll fix it. See, even beauty gurus can mess up too. Had a brain fart. Please forgive. But you're gonna bring that down and, like I said, meet it with the rest of your contour. Now for the other side, we're gonna do what was supposed to be the cream side with the powder, because I'm an idiot. And taking that same shade on my brush, take your hair back, make sure you put that into the hairline as well. We want to avoid having that ugly ring. Now we're gonna do the nose, and basically the purpose of this is to make the bridge of your nose look smaller. So I'm gonna do the cream on this side as intended, and I'm gonna take it on a little brush, and I'm just going to run it along. Then I'm going to blend that out with a beauty blender. You can even work it up in here to give the illusion that that area is more snatched, as they say. Now for the powder side, I'm gonna take that same color that we've been using everywhere else, and I'm gonna take it on another brush. This is a blending brush, and I'm just going to run it along the opposite side of that bridge. And I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. So another pointer that I thought I would mention in this video that I forgot to say earlier is that if you go a little bit too crazy with the contour, have no fear. You don't have to take off all your makeup. You can always take a damp beauty blender and kind of blend it away. Or if you have a little bit of excess foundation product on your beauty blender, you can take it over that contour and it will sort of take that away. Same with if you have a brush like this, you can just take it if it has a little bit of foundation left on it, and you can just run it like this and it will sort of take that away. So that way you don't have to completely take off all your makeup. Don't worry, makeup is always fixable. Always remember that. Okay, so now on to the highlighting portion of this video. Now there are two different types of highlighting that is often referred to. There is the first, which is where you use your concealer or other cream, liquidy sort of highlighting product, and you place it on the high points of your cheeks and under your eyes to kind of bring light to the center of your face. And there is also what is called strobing, which is a highlighting powder, which is where you put it on top of the high points of your cheeks to give that ethereal glow from within. So I'm gonna teach you how to do both. I'm gonna start with two different methods. I'm gonna use liquid on one side and I'm gonna use cream on the other and show you a little bit how that works. I'm gonna take my NYX HD concealer and I'm going to take it under my eyes. And what you wanna remember is you want this to sort of be in a triangular shape. I'm also going to take it on the top of the forehead. I usually like to take it down my nose, so I'm actually going to take just a little bit here. Top of the Cupid's bow, and I usually bring it down my chin a little bit. I'm going to take my damp beauty sponge and blend that out. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to do it on the opposite side and just follow that triangular form. Now creams are a little bit harder to work with. Sometimes you have to put a beauty oil in them to kind of get that to really work. And then I'm going to take it on my forehead, down the other side of my nose, other side of my Cupid's bow, and other side of my chin. Now is the point in the application process when you would put your translucent powder or your pressed powder to set what you just put down. And now it's time for my absolute favorite part of highlighting and contouring. It's time for strobing, or adding that glow, as one says. And there are many different products that you can choose from. There are everything from highlighting loose powders like my Artist Couture Diamond Glow powder, and there are also pressed strobing materials such as this from Wet n Wild. Now I'm going to show you both. I'm going to be taking this on this side of my face and the diamond powder on the opposite. And I'm just going to take my tapered highlighting brush and dip it in. And then you want to go on the highest point of your cheekbone. So basically you want to feel where the top of your cheekbone is. So mine's right in here, right below where that eye socket is. So you're gonna take that and you're just gonna go like this and add some glow. And this is just gonna give you that glow within ethereal look that we were talking about. Take some on the temples. On the top. Take it down my nose. Cupid's bow. And chin. Now for the loose powder side, I'm gonna take my Artist Couture powder, and same concept here. You wanna go on the highest part of your cheekbone and you just wanna take it along there. Onto the temple, the top of the forehead, the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. And that is how you highlight and contour. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I answered any of your questions that you might have. I hope that this video was helpful, and yeah. If this video was something that you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and let me know. And if you really liked this video and would like to see more of me, please make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave, as well as that notification bell. It will let you know when I have uploaded a video. I usually upload on Tuesdays and Fridays. And as always, guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to see next, please list it below in the comment section, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.